everybody, welcome to the Republic of Hip Hop. This is the Drop Hip Hop Uncensored, where we bring you all the stars and shining stars of the hip hop game. Today I have with me performer, creative rapper, Skolleywood.
What's up?
What
We have arrived, legend in the house of Ring.
Yo. I'm just
My apologies, guys. What's up?
I'm just grateful that you came. Thank you for pulling up.
Oh, thank you so much, guys, for having me over. It's such an honor. I'm so excited for this, and let's do this. Let's get it.
You know, I know you from social media and from just following the hip hop industry and the moves that you're making. But for someone who doesn't know who Skolleywood is, how would you describe yourself?
Basically, the name says it itself, Skolleywood, Hollywood. This is somebody who's just, trying to literally pave their own walk of fame. You know what I'm saying? It's your walk of fame. It's your walk to success. You're creating your own Hollywood because why? You are the main star. You the main character. You know what I'm saying? That's your life. Do what you got to do. So that's who Skolleywood is.
That's dope. To actually know and believe you're the focal point for me.
The focal point, man.
Listen, that's what I fucks with.
Listen.
I want to go back to your upbringing as a child, right? When did you fall in love with hip hop? Because to be where you are right now and still growing to
you know what I'm
bigger,
saying?
to bigger than you are now, it takes a lot of endurance and a certain type of upbringing. So when did you fall in love with hip hop?
I would say when I first fell in love with hip hop was in grade 7 when my homie introduced me to the underground, sound. I went about Joey Badass and stuff. That's when I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff actually exists.
When cyphers were still a thing.
You know what I'm saying? When cyphers were still a thing. And I was just like, okay, wow, this is actually really cool. And then from there on, I've just been, listening to hip hop. Then I had a friend introduced me to the freshman sound, which was we'll play with Cardi, and I wouldn't even lie, I give props to her because she basically created what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The influence,
yes.
The influence. And yeah, but in terms of music, I've always been when I look back and I'm just yes, Mara, it makes sense why I'm here today because with my little sisters would create bands, at school, would be on top of tables, just rapping. And
ooh, you are a menace. You are a menace.
Menace to society.
You are a menace. On top of tables at school.
In primary school.
You are a menace.
Bro, I was within, my man. I was within, and that's when I was okay, cool. I think this is my groove.
That's you.
Yeah,
that's you. I really like that. Speaking of schools, ironically, you work at a school.
Yes.
Your 9 to 5 is a school.
My 9 to 5 is a school, guys. I'm an LSA, so I'm a learner support agent. I cater for the needs of vulnerable students. We teach them sexual education, things like that. Just to live a healthy life, and also we play as counselors. So if kids have problems matrics with the COVID, the stress. So if they wanna come speak, we're here for them.
A rapper combating social issues.
You know what I'm saying?
Content I signed up for. Now, how do you balance? Because also, being as radical as you were as a kid and now having to be back in that field again, what are some of the challenges that you experienced? Or do kids listen to you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I realized, because I went at first, my mom is the one who introduced me to the job. And at first I was just oh my gosh, do I really want to do this? But then over time, what happened was the attachment, the kids.
The relationship.
You know what I'm saying, bro? The relationship, bro. Seeing you as that sisterly figure. That's when I was okay, this is even more than just, destiny, but for sure, I'm trapped. And to leave is only gonna crush them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How do you balance between your 9 to 5 and doing your music? Because it's quite hard. People think it's easy. You get home and you're tired.
Bro.
You have to channel your creativity. People think you just wake up and hits come out.
It.
You know what I'm saying? How do you balance the two?
I mean, I'm also studying, so it's 3 things having to juggle. So
the pressure.
Fam, but
and deadlines. I get why it took you 500 years to get here.
Now you understand.
And why you were late. I understand. I'll let it go. I told you I'm going to expose you. Told you.
No, guys, I had legitimate reasons why. And, guys, but, like, to balance, you just need to, like, just have a game plan. When you have a game plan, when you schedule your things out properly. Because I wouldn't even lie, I'm a typical creative. We just do things.
You don't like scheduling because you feel like it's limiting your creativity.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, it's more than just being a creative. This is for like your own good. You know what I'm saying? Because like you need the progress, bro. And you can only see progress when you have a game plan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You have different caps that you wear in your life, right? And your image is quite authentic and different. How does your family take your image? Specifically your mom. How does your mom does your mom know about your image?
Bro.
Because you're very comfortable in your skin, and I love that about you. And as what give you, I'm a fucking here. So how does your mom and how does your family receive your image? Because you remind me of Lebo Matosa.
For real.
Yeah, like the way that you're so free in your skin.
You gotta be free in your skin, bro.
In the current video that you recently dropped. You're not even wearing, you ain't wearing shit.
I wasn't wearing
like
shit.
Your boots are, and I'm just like, I love that.
Life. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love that. And I love that you're owning it as well. So how does your family, take your image?
Like at first, it was really like, difficult for them to like understand that, like this is who I am, because I wouldn't like growing up I was like completely different to what I am now. So for them just suddenly seeing like
it's like it came out of nowhere
and then here you are, you're coming out the room, you dress like a gent, what's going on? And I'm just like, no guys, this has got nothing to do with like my sexual orientation even. Like bro, this is just who I am. And the one thing I just made them clear is that guys, me, I am afraid to be boxed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I want to dress like this, you need to, like, hop on the train, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you need to accept. And at the end of the day, it's just clothes. You know what I'm saying?
You're still you.
You're still you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mopilo, that's my real name, by the way. Mopilo did not disappear. You know what I'm saying? I'm just spicing it up.
And when I live
you know what I'm saying? So like now they fully understand that okay, like this is who she really is, Yabona. And like if we try to off ramp her, which they've tried to do,
you'll lose her.
You're gonna lose her. You know what I'm saying? And they just like accept it now. They fully accept it, and they can just see that like what I'm doing is in line with the way I come out, the way I look, and everything. Yeah,
I like that. Let's talk about the concept behind Giddy Up, right? When I first saw the name, I'm like, this gives me like a Texas, horsey type of situation.
The typical.
You know what I'm saying? But then when I listen to the song, it's a total contrast to what I thought the song would come out like, So what I want to ask you is, when you thought about the song, when you thought about the concept, when you thought about even the name, what was the process like?
Like, I won't even lie. At first, my producer, he's the one who was like, here's the beat. Listen to it. But for me, it's giving me cowgirl vibes. And he wanted to title the song Cowgirl. And I was like, no, fam, I'm not a cowgirl. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, no, I was just like, fam, let me just go home and write. Then I came back and I was like, yeah, Giddy Up. Then he's like, okay, cool. It's still the cowgirl theme. And then, like, me coming up with the process behind it, I was like, okay, firstly, Dash said, cowgirl, and the beat yourself. Like, you can hear her, like, it's got that Western vibe.
Yes.
So then, when, like, I was writing it, I was like, let me just be metaphorical about this, you know what I'm saying? Let me not be direct, talking about, cowgirls and stuff. So the whole thing was Giddy Up, meaning stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like even the lyrics, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
Giddy up, gijima. Like it was just like,
my mom once said that and I was just like, nerve fam.
Get us.
I just like nerve fam. So like the whole concept behind Giddy Up is just basically like, girl, get up on your feet, get up on your high horse. Like, don't let nobody, tell you that, nah, where now I get just for nah. But if I'm not stepping on your toes, if my horse is not kicking you, then you shouldn't have a problem. Then don't tell me to get off my saddle, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the whole concept behind it. Yeah.
So saying, I love the reference where you're saying, if my horse is not kicking at you, that, that's your problem.
That's your problem.
Is that who you're coming for with thanks for nothing? Is that who you're coming at?
Exactly.
Let's go into it.
Thanks for nothing.
Who specifically are you coming for? Because this is uncensored, right? So we're trying to know who are you specifically coming for on Thanks for Nothing, and what did they do to you? Because songs like these don't just come out of nowhere.
Don't just come out of nowhere.
It comes out of frustration,
frustration,
anger.
You know what I'm saying?
People,
reference to what you went through.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
and people just treating you in a very wacky way. So who are we addressing with Thanks for Nothing?
Basically, I'm addressing like all the people who have ever like looked down on me, because that's the first thing that as an upcoming you step into, you can just sense that, yeah. Baonyatsa. You know what I'm saying? Especially when, like, number one, you black, you're a female. And for me, it's like people don't really take black English rappers seriously like that. You know what I'm saying? Which for me, I have a problem with. So all those people there, whoever doubted me, things like that. Thanks for Nothing is basically the whole thing of thanks for nothing. I don't need, you and your validation.
You can keep that shit.
You can keep that shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, they like, who you? I'm like, what? Bitch, I'm Skolleywood. They like, do you? And they don't. They just copy.
Hey!
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Come on with it.
Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for nothing is like I'm addressing everybody who's just like coming at me with the whole thing of she's just a brand, she's just doing this whole thing, she's just like a cloud star, she's not really taking this whole thing seriously. It's like, cool, fam, cool.
But I'm gonna rise.
Dog. I'm gonna get what's mine, dog.
What would you say from that learning experience were some of the stumbling blocks that you came across, because I know things like studio time and paying and doing songs and producers wanting to keep your music because you didn't pay for the studio time. What are the stumbling blocks that you came across during your rise right now?
During my rise right now. Like when you say the whole, studio thing with the producers, so like I had a lot of, complications with my production, because like number one, I'm fortunate enough that my producer, who's also, the same, so basically Lizzy's under the same production as me. And what happened was they discovered me at school. That one Harrison, who's a guy who's like actually supposed to come here. So he discovered me, and ever since then he was like, yo dude, I believe in you. Let's push this like music rap thing, you know what I'm saying? And so I haven't been paying for studio, but the only thing is now they have like, their own trust issues that wanted to like be dealt with. And that's how at first it came as if like I'm just there for myself, then get slicer. So the production like issues has just been a whole thing.
And now you're growing, so it's like they want to keep
You know what I'm saying?
So
but
tough,
like I don't mind that, because like I've grown a relationship with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like my brothers at this point.
Y'all come from a long way.
Yeah, we come from a long way. You know what I'm saying? But it's the whole thing of when you constantly have to like, encourage them and tell them that, dude, listen, I'm here to stay, bro. Like if I was really here for myself, I would have left you. You know what I'm saying?
Do you own all rights to your music? Okay. Please keep it like
100%.
That. Keep it like
we gotta,
that.
hey,
keep it like
we gotta
that.
own those masters, guys.
Keep it like
guys.
That. Let's go into toxic, right? In toxic, you talk about toxic situations. How did you then survive that harsh environment of being in toxic relationships? And how do you avoid that now? How do you make sure that you don't find yourself in the same position that you were when you were in that relationship?
That question is very tricky, because, like a relationship, you are walking into a relationship, but you're also walking into somebody's, life and space. So when people say, woo, njalo relationships, it's a person.
It's their life.
You know what I'm saying? It's a person that you with. So it's that whole thing of, at the end of the day, it's all about what I contribute. I'm just there to be the person in your life, try to build a future with. It's all up to you how you take it. And obviously, like, if you wanna, disappoint, if you wanna fuck me over, that's you. But that's know on you. But I didn't do you dirty. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't do you dirty. So I won't even lie. Toxic was like a very, emotional.
Triggery.
Oh, dude, you know what I'm saying?
Because when I heard the lyrics, I felt your sense of vulnerability, and I
Very much.
sensed your form of, you were also crying out for help, saying
legit,
like, my heart is bleeding.
My heart is
guys.
bleeding.
Like, my heart is bleeding. So how do you make sure that you don't find yourself in that situation again? Because yes, you can't really, foresee a toxic situation.
You see what I'm saying?
You see it when you're inside.
You see when you're inside.
Yeah.
So,
what do you do to try and make sure that, or even if you see when you're inside, to not go back to those old patterns?
Me, I would say it first starts with yourself as a person, that like you should, like, for me, it's like, do not go into something fully. Yeah, because that's the thing. We come in there full force with everything. So it's like,
arms,
take it,
feet,
yeah,
eyes,
the
nose,
arms, feet, and
head.
the heart, everything. Yay. Like, you just put everything in. So it's like, just take it step by step.
One day at a time.
Half full, like, okay, throw in. Don't come everything.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? It's with you as a person. That, like, guys, like, also go into relationship with this, because sometimes when you use this, it blocks out this. Up here gets clouded to the point where you can't even see the red flags anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go into it with your mind as well, not just here.
I get you. Let's talk about jump in, right?
Yes. My favorite.
I know it's your favorite. So, you dropped jump in a while back, right? And you never dropped visuals for it.
That's because that was a freestyle, actually. It was just to be like, okay, guys.
Were you trying to flex on your skill?
I was trying to flex on my skill and the vernac part.
Because it actually blew up, and I think maybe you weren't expecting Jump In to blow up the way it did.
I wouldn't even lie to you. Like, the response for it was just like, Heban, okay. Skoley, wa rapper. You don't rap, wa rapper. I was like, yes. I get you take me as some English rapper. It's like, no.
You actually know how to rap.
You know what I'm saying? If you know how to rap, you know how to rap. Period.
Because khonality visuals Danko Zalo 2.0, right? I would have thought, before you drop those visuals, not to drop at least a young visual for Jump In, but instead you drop for Danko Zalo. And speaking of visuals, what more visuals can we expect from you? Because recently you dropped visuals, Blow the Roof with Benzo.
Yes.
Before we get to that, what other visuals apart from this? Because that's a collaborative effort, right? As Skolley the brand, can we expect from you? Because I know you're working on something.
Right now, currently, yes, I'm working on something to drop very, very soon.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Title.
You know what I'm saying? But I know you said that we mustn't go to Blow the Roof, but that's like basically the next visuals project that you guys should expect. Okay. But because that wasn't like, the actual video, it was just promo. You know what I'm saying?
Because my next thing, I wanted to get into Blow the Roof. And the sound. You guys sound like a rock star
vibes,
band, instrumental drums. It's giving me that type of feel of rockstar, the new Willow sound, basically. So how did Blow the Roof come about? And you working with Benzo, what's the relationship like there? Is it a professional one, or did you guys get to know each other first and then work together?
Very much something very important that guys, before you work with people, of who they are first. You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll be able to automatically, organically gel and sink in a song.
And if you don't, you don't.
And if you don't, you don't.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just leave it there. So when, how we came about Blow the Roof, I actually wrote the song, last year. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, when we're in Cape Town for the sports scene thing, Lebo Lizzie and them, Benzo and I were sharing the same hotel room. So then I was like, bruh, listen to the song. Would you, consider hopping on this? She was just like, yo, fam, what? Let's kill this, dog. Let's kill this. And then she literally recorded her verse in the car.
Well, same day. I think that's the thing with the universe is when it's meant to happen.
When it's meant to happen. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
And something great came out because you guys are literally spitting on a rock beat. There's electrical guitars.
My guy.
There's drums. Yo, guys.
Big Mad Max vibes.
You know when
legit.
people listen, I think also when you listen to understand and hear a song and the message and the creative aspect of it, when I heard an electric guitar, I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Because you don't find that in South Africa.
You don't find that, though. You don't find that.
You really
thing.
don't find.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, different instruments. It's always the same, or like copying a similar sound, or staying in the same lane. And I love the fact that you guys are exploring other,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
unorthodox genres.
Yeah, like we're experimenting a lot. Like that was like
Yes.
an experiment. We're like, okay, let's see how the public is gonna respond to this.
So the visuals came out, but you're saying they're not the visuals.
Yeah, it's
right?
not the actual
You guys
visuals.
were dressed by Cat, right?
Yeah, woo.
And it was on the little rooftop. It was on the little rooftop. So what more visuals can we expect to see? Is it going to be like a storyline?
Yeah.
Or
First of all, like we're gonna play heavy on like aesthetic.
Okay.
So like Benzo and I have this like whole fire and ice, you know, like alter ego duo type of thing going on. She's the fire and you know I'm the ice.
Hey.
Yeah, say it. Yeah. So like our concept is gonna be heavily based on aesthetics, because like you know how Benzo likes, you know, the clothes and stuff. So we're gonna do a lot of, you know, crazy, like, you know, like longer
Long
clothes.
nails.
Yeah, one at this time. We also have this idea where like I'm gonna be like in a freezer, freezed up, that type of vibe, bro. The aesthetics that we're gonna just play around
That's
with.
pretty dope.
We're gonna like showcase like, yeah, this is Benzo, this is Scully.
You guys are the perfect definition of the new wave artists in a new wave sub-genre.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank
and
you.
I fucks with that because right now we're looking at your Doja Cats, you know, at your Saweeties, and you guys are creating your own pink prints to a point. I mean, your own prints, so that we don't compare you to anybody, but we know
Yes.
there's one only
Skolleywood.
There's only one Benzo, and I fucks with that. Before I let you go, there's the freestyle that you did with the ladies a while back, and AKA gave you guys, you know, a cosign on that freestyle.
Which freestyle was this though?
There's a freestyle that you guys were doing, but you were playing around. It was you, it was Bolizi, it was Benzo. Like you guys were just together doing. I think you were just playing around, and then it blew up, and then AKA was like, "Hey guys, who are these girls?"
Oh no, that was for Danko Zalo.
Yes.
He discovered us there.
Yes.
Yeah. He discovered us there.
Yes. So now I want to talk about the dynamics with working with other ladies in the game, because you know people expect you guys to be all like friends and dilly dally,
you know what I'm saying? Lovey-dovey,
like,
you
you know, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Was it a professional basis?
For me, like the way it felt, like meeting up with all of them for the first time, it was as if we knew each other. Okay. And that's when I was like, okay, cool. Like Shampuru knew what he was doing here, because the energies clicked immediately.
And the bars. And
you know what I'm saying? And the bars,
the way you
bro,
guys were placed.
The it made so much sense. You know what I'm saying? And for us to like actually, you know, that day we shot the visuals, just like get along instantly. It was just like, okay, yeah, this is like dope. And that's why it's so important for you to first meet up with these people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. So far, dynamics wise, I would say it's been pretty cool.
That's dope. Before I let you go, where can people follow you, book you, contact you?
You can contact me in the DMs. I'm kidding. But
Unruly. Yo, about Sammy.
no, guys,
You're a clown.
just hit me up there. We shop with like an email. I also have on my profile, I've got like action buttons of call, contacting, but please like don't call, guys. You know, like it's so random when somebody just calls like, "Hey, Skolleywood." I'm just like, "Hi."
But why do you put your number there? Why do you put your number there? Come on.
Guys, I just
yeah. No, but at least now you have proper management.
Yeah,
so I think maybe if they could talk via your management.
Via management, yes.
Then that could work.
Very important, yeah.
All right. This or that. Pick one or the other.
Okay.
Hype Magazine or Slicker on Life?
Hype Magazine.
Benzo or Lizzie? No, it's not. I see politiki one. Gave me. Pick one.
Pencil man. That question was a straight up.
I'm judging you for that one. I'm so judging you. Like, no hate, but I'm judging you. I'm so... Usile. Toxic or giddy up?
I giddy up.
Danko Zalo or toxic or toxic?
Toxic.
Okay. Muesli or blackie?
Blackie.
Okay. Of course, we get our flowers or FDH.
Of course, we get our flowers. Yeah.
I'm giving you your flowers now, so before you blow up, don't say nobody ever gave you your flowers. Nobody gave me my flowers. I'm giving them to you now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. This was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
I really can't wait to see more of your music, more of your visuals.
Wait.
I'm excited.
I'm excited myself.
To see what 2021 has got still in store for you. So I'm rooting for you.
Guys, the year is not over.
Thank you.
I want to keep on saying that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's another episode, beautiful people of The Drop Hip Hop Uncensored. Do follow us on all social media platforms. The Drop Uncensored, Twitter and Instagram. The Drop Hip Hop Uncensored on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do email me at do email us rather at thedropuncensored@gmail.com if you know a rising star or if you know a shining star in the hip hop industry, and let's make things happen, boo. Let's make it happen. But from my heart to yours, it was all love. You know you're the hip hop game's favorite black Barbie. Until next time, signing out.